Hey friends, it's your girl Atty and welcome back to my channel, Atty Tells All, where it's all about business, finance, faith, and lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe to Atty Tells All, like these videos, share these videos, hit that notification bell so that you're always notified when I have new content. We made it to the last video in our home buyer series. So if you're just tuning in to Atty Tells All, you need to head back to video number 1, where I gave you 7 things you need to know before buying that house. And you also need to watch video number 2 in this series, where we talked about how to know if you can afford to buy a house. Awesome. Now that you're ready, let's wrap up this series. There are some hidden costs that are associated with buying a house. Costs that for some reason nobody wants us to know. But I guarantee you that you will not become aware of these costs until you're absolutely serious about buying a home, and then you start some serious research and inquiry. That's exactly how you're going to find out. And for some people, when they find out, it's way too late. They realize that they really can't afford to buy that home. But I'm here to help. Knowledge is a very powerful tool that we're going to use to our advantage. I will take you through what the most common hidden costs are, but watch the entire video because now that you're almost ready to make that purchase, I also want to talk to you about the return on your investment that you're making when you buy a house. Stay with me. Beyond the fixed cost of the price for the home, there are some other costs that potential home buyers tend to overlook. Cost number 1, closing costs. These can often be between 2 to 5% of the price of the home that you're purchasing. You have to pay attention to closing costs and make sure that you are prepared, because guess what? They are not included in your down payment. They are in addition to your down payment. Here is what is typically bundled up into closing costs. Lender fee. Depending on who your lender is, there could be a cost to borrow the loan. Most big banks don't have this fee, so it might be best to stick with your bank if you can. But if you can't avoid this fee, then you need to consider it in your budgeting. The next cost in closing cost is the appraisal fee. If the home is already built, then this cost can either be paid by yourself or your bank, and you will have to pay a professional to evaluate the home, so bear that in mind. Another fee in the closing cost is your title or attorney fee. Yes, you need a lawyer. This is what you will need to pay your lawyer to process the title and other legal aspects of the purchase. But be sure to provide your attorney with all the relevant details about the type of purchase very, very, very early, so that they can give you their price very early in the game. And this way, you're not surprised about how much these lawyers are actually going to cost you. Prorated interest. This is the interest that could accumulate between the date that you're closing on the house and the first mortgage payment. Builder's fee. If you're buying a new built from a developer, there could be builder's fees, so you need to be sure that you're reading all the details in the purchase and sale agreement. Be prepared for closing costs because they are not optional. You're probably wondering, what was that? That's me celebrating with you. I'm celebrating the fact that you are pretty much on your way to buying your house. So I want to give you some additional costs that you will have to include on your monthly budget now that you have that house. Property tax. All homes are subjected to property taxes. Depending on where you buy the home, you could get your property tax bill yearly or even twice a year. If you can't afford to pay the full amount that you're being billed, you can set up a payment plan with your city or municipality to make monthly or quarterly or even semi-annual payments. Just like closing costs, property taxes are not optional. So be prepared to add property tax payments to your monthly budget. Now is a good time to ensure that you are actually planning to use a budget to track your monthly expenses. If you don't know how to create a budget or how to manage one, you might want to watch my video on how to create a budget. I'll be sure to leave the link in the description box below for you. Here are a few more costs that you need to budget that you probably never had before. Home insurance. Here in Canada, home insurance is payable on a monthly basis. Maybe you're paying renter's insurance right now, but I guarantee you home insurance tends to be a little bit higher than renter's insurance. A good way to reduce the cost of your home insurance is to see if you can bundle it with your car insurance if you have a car. Talk to your insurance company and give it a shot. Utilities. This is another one that you definitely have to budget for, especially if you're not used to paying your own utilities. And if you live in a country where there is winter, you will need to pay a gas bill in addition to internet and water and electricity and so on. Unfortunately, the bigger your house or the bigger your family, the more your utilities will cost. If you're paying utilities right now, I also want you to know that the utility rate will differ depending on where you live. So you can start to do your research early just so that you're prepared for that increase if it's going to increase. The last hidden cost I want to mention is maintenance. Try to put away some funds that you can rely on just in case anything goes wrong with your home. You want to be prepared for things like a broken furnace or AC unit, or unexpected roof damage if there was a storm, or a broken water heater, malfunctioning carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, or anything unexpected that will require immediate attention that you will need to pay for. It's important to also bear in mind some bigger ticket items that will come up or could come up over the years. For example, redoing your driveway or changing your roof. These aren't immediate at all, but over time, they might need your attention, so you definitely want to be prepared. Now you're well on your way to being that homeowner that you truly desire and you truly deserve. Here are some quick tips to set you on your way. I'll just give you 4 of them. Check your credit score. Check the housing market and narrow down your preference. Get a mortgage pre-approval. And lastly, secure a real estate agent that can help you to narrow down your search according to your affordability, because now you have a mortgage pre-approval, and they'll also be able to narrow it down with your liking. With that said, here's the bonus I mentioned at the beginning of the video: a return on your investment. You've gone through all the trouble of making sacrifices and saving to prepare yourself and your finances to buy that awesome home. Your hard work and sacrifice has to pay off. Don't worry about being house poor, where all you can do is just pay bills and you have nothing left over. I'll tell you why. As a homeowner, your home initially acquires equity with the down payment that you make during the purchase. After that, more equity is achieved through your monthly mortgage payments, since a portion of the payments you're making will go directly to reduce the principal that you owe on that loan. But best of all, you can benefit from the property value appreciation because it will allow the equity value of your home to increase. Home equity can always be used if you're planning renovations after a while, or if you're interested in investing in a second property. As we wrap up this home buyer series, I wanted to let you know that if you can make it through, if you can hold on and make it through to buying that beautiful first home, then you've officially become an investor. Woohoo! So while you're here, subscribe to Atti Tells All and stay tuned for more insightful videos. Like this video, like this series, share this video, share this series with anyone who you know who will benefit from this kind of information. Feel free to leave a comment below about how your journey is going. And until then, it's Atti Tells All.